So, I know my last video was a music video, and I don't really do stuff like this, so this is my first time trying to record a video, so like, don't judge type shit, share with your friends, all that. So, today, I'm about to be telling y'all a couple stories from back when I was like youngin' and shit. Like, I'm not very old right now, but when I was a real youngin' and shit. Back in the days when we were savages with no consequences type shit. So, I remember one day, actually in the neighborhood that I live in right now, uh, there's a golf cart or golf course across the street. My bad. And this golf course is like a little driving range and stuff. They have a couple whole course and stuff, and they have golf carts that you can like use while you're doing it. And me and my friends decided, hey, it's a good idea. Let's go take those for a joyride. I'm pretty sure they got the keys in here, right? So, what we do is we go out shooting in the woods and stuff one day. We had a bunch of BB guns and stuff. We were like airsoft guns, the ones that shoot like the little plastic pellets and stuff. And we went out into the woods that are like across this like big road from this golf course. And we went into the woods and we were like shooting bottles and stuff, messing around, doing kid stuff. And basically, hold up. Alright, sorry about that. I had to fix something. But basically, what happened is we was in the woods shooting the bottles and stuff. We had a bunch of BBs left and stuff. We had a whole bag, I'm pretty sure. And after we were done with that, we were trying to figure out things to do. We were really bored, and there's not much to do around my area. There's a bunch of nature trails, all that, but that's no fun for a kid. Like we were trying to get into some trouble. So on this particular day, we decided, hey, it's a good idea. Let's go take the golf carts for a joyride. So we go across this big like highway kind of shit. And we cross over that. We finally get over that, and we sneak onto the golf course. We don't go in through the main entrance, like where you pay and stuff to go in or have a membership. I don't know how it works, but we get into the to the golf course, and we sneak on and stuff. We go over by we go past like the room where you get the golf balls and stuff. There's like a dispenser. You go through this like hallway. We walk through there. And then we find our way over towards like the golf carts, and we get in and we start driving. Now we did this 2 times. The first time, what happened was I was driving, and this other dude was driving. We took 2 golf carts, and the other dude that we were with crashed. Well, not like crashed, but like he kind of ran into this like little metal pole that was like sticking through the grass, and it was just like sticking up, and I think it had like a sign on it or something saying like a rule. But what we decided to do was we just left both of the golf carts there. One of them was like, it didn't look messed up, but later on in the story you'll find out like we messed it up bad. And the one I was driving was perfectly good. After that happened, we pretty much ran after that, and we went home for the day. The next time that we came back, it was about like a week later. Or no, it was the next day, my bad. And so the next day we go back and we go do the same thing. But this time it was different. We had a bunch of different BB guns on us, a bunch of different airsoft guns. And we had like 6 people. So what we do is we take the golf carts, and this time we actually drive it. Like me and this other dude that's a really good driver. We call him Paul Walker. Dude's cool as shit for this story. My bro Dave was driving the other golf cart, and so we start driving. We're going down the whole course, and we turn around, and like the manager is on a golf cart behind us chasing us. And he's like trying to stop us and stuff. And we just keep going. We're running. We're driving these things as far as we can. And eventually we get to this point where there's like a bunch of people. And I swear, dude, this dude's golf cart that he was chasing us in, I swear that thing was souped up, man. That thing was faster than us. He had VTech, bro. He was kicking in with the two-step and shit. So, he comes flying up on us, bro, and he's like right behind us. He's got like maybe 40 feet or something behind us, and he's on our ass. And like I said, there's people up in front of us, so we all hop out. And the whole time that we were driving and stuff, my friends were like shooting at my windshield and stuff with the BB guns. We were like shooting at each other on some like Modern Warfare type shit. For real, that shit was fun as hell, bro. And but like I said, the manager caught up to us, and we all started booking. And the dude eventually caught up to us, but one of my bros, we're gonna call him Steven for this story. My bro Steven got away, right? So we get caught, we're walking with the manager, joking with him and stuff, talking shit on the way back to his office. And he said, so we have two options. He can either call our parents to come pick us up, or he has to call the police, and then like charges can be filed and shit. Because apparently we did $400 worth of damage to the other cart. And we told him it was our friend, and we gave him some fake ass name. And after we gave him the fake name, he just believed us. We told him that's where we got the idea from. I don't know if he believed us or not to this day, but I mean, he let us go, so I'm pretty sure he did. So we called the dude that got away and told the guy, the manager, that it was my friend's dad, my friend Dave's dad. And he told him that he was at work right now and he couldn't come pick us up. And somehow he just eventually like convinced the dude to just let us go. And we just walked out the door and told us that we were banned from there. So after that, we haven't come back to that day. But another story I have is me and my bro, I'm gonna call him Jerry for this story. So me and Jerry met up one day. We had a bunch of weed on us, we were about to go smoke. And he was like, yo, let's hit up some bitches, let's get some shawties out here. So we hit up this one girl, I'm gonna call her Ashley, and the other girl I'm gonna call Samantha. So Ashley and Samantha, right, they said that they wanted to come smoke a blunt with us, so we were down. My bro, he rolled up a big Titan, is what we call it. It's two, hold on, let me see, I don't have any on here, but, you take two White Owls or like Swishers and you lick it together and make a big one. And you roll up like 4 or 5 grams of weed in it, you get a big ass blunt. It's better than backwood because it doesn't have a bunch of stems and shit. So, we had a Titan rolled up, we had a blunt rolled up, and then we had about like 2.5 grams to like smoke out a bowl or something like that. And, so we're walking down this like path and it goes up a hill. And there's like a big water like tank thing for like the whole city kind of thing, like a big blue thing. And there's a big hill and you can see like all of my city and stuff on it. I mean, we don't live in a big city, but it's a small little city. So you can see that, and then there's a trail and there's a big pool next to it. And there's like a big parking lot over there. I used to go jump off of the grass things like a ramp, but that's not the point of the story. So we're going down this like path that goes down the big hill on the side of it. It's like after the pool. So after the pool, there's like a big trail that goes down the woods and stuff. It's a big trail to get to the bottom. And we start walking down that, and there's this like white dude. And he walks past us. He looks like an old like crackhead type dude. But he started like talking shit or something and looking at the girl that I was like walking with, I was talking to and shit. He started like looking at her ass and shit. So I turned around, I was like, fuck you looking at, We were talking shit to him. He asked us like what the fuck we were about to do and all that shit. My bro Steven. So my bro Steven, he yells out, he's like, we're about to go smoke a J, fuck you gonna do about it? And so we walk down and we end up, so nobody brought a lighter. I hate when that shit happens, bro. You get to a session, you got a big blunt rolled up and nobody has a lighter. That shit's always a kill. So remember, always bring a lighter if you're going to smoke. So we go to the store because I remember this girl, What am I gonna call her? This girl Jackie. So this girl Jackie worked at a store, a big new grocery store that's like next to a gas station that I live by. And we go to that store because I know her. Like she was like the one that hooked me up with my first ever plug. So, and so I knew her kind of well, not really, but I knew she would sell me a lighter. And I hear that they actually don't ID at this store, so I was like, all right, that's a bet. For lighters, I mean, you don't really need an ID for that shit around here sometimes. But so I go to buy a 3-pack of lighters, and then we go back. But we really want to smoke this joint, or this blunt. So we decided it would be a good idea to go behind the store and smoke up a blunt. So about halfway through this Titan that we rolled up, I look up on the hill that we walked down. You could see it from this like area behind the store. And it's kind of like there's a hill behind the store, so you would think it would be low-key, it really wasn't. So we see a police officer, a fucking Fed, coming down from the hill. And so we were like, shit, we need to go. Like I told my bro, put it out. But he was like, nah, it's straight, let's just walk this way. So he keeps hitting it. He's smoking it. Fucking, we walk around the side of the building, there's another Fed. And they're waiting for us, bro. They were plotting on our asses. So, basically, what happened was we all got detained. We were all in cuffs. They sat us all up against the wall, all 4 of us. And, like, you know, asked us, like, a bunch of questions and shit. And they were being some bitches, you know. They were like, yeah, y'all reek of weed and shit. Just tell us who has it and all that shit. None of us was folding. So, I told him, or my bro told him straight up, he was like, man, I got a blunt in my pocket, I got a little bit of weed on me, that's it. And then I got a pocket knife. So he was telling them what he had, but like, he was like, I don't know what anybody else has. So I was like, man, I'm gonna be straight up, all I got is 2 lighters on me. Why the fuck am I gonna, you know, act like I don't have anything, or why am I gonna act like I have something when I don't? So I told him, I was like, I just got the lighters. And so what ended up happening was my bro, Steven, he ended up having to go to court for that shit, bro. He got a possession charge. That shit was fucked. So, what I ended up getting, and the 2 bitches that we was with, they ended up just having our parents come pick us up. But the one bitch that I was talking to, she lives like far away type shit. She's out the way. She was coming to stay for the weekend. And, so she ended up having to go down to the police station. And from what I hear, her mom picked her up from the police station, but I don't really know very much about that. But that shit was wild, bro. I mean, I got dropped off back in my crib. Everything was straight. Mom was pissed, but you know, fuck it. And so there's this other time. Me and my bro, I'm gonna call him Chris. So me and my bro Chris were smoking up in my house one day. He came over. We used to face blunts and shit after school. Like after school, after he got off work and shit, he'd come through to the crib and we matched a few blunts. So on this particular day, the way that he parked, I guess, hit the tow hitch on his truck, hit somebody's car. And so what ended up happening was the person whose car that was ended up calling the police for a hit and run. And might add that we had about 37 grams in a jar, in a mason jar, about this big. So, yeah, we had a lot of weed, and we had a bunch of, like, you know, blunts and grinders, scales. We had everything, bro. And so we looked through the window one time, and we see a cop out there, and he's looking through his truck. So we're like, fuck, you know, what's he want with the truck? And so I guess the Fed saw us looking through the window, and he was gonna come through, look through the window, or through the building anyway, and knock to see whose car it was. But I guess he came to ours first because he saw us looking through the window. And so apparently they saw a little bit of like shake in the bottom of my bro Chris's truck, like on the floor and stuff, a bunch of weed everywhere. And not really enough to charge you with, but just like enough to see it, it's there. And they could charge you if they want to be dickheads, but so they wanted to go through my crib. And while they were talking to my bro outside, I hid everything. Actually, in this box right here, I hid the jar in my closet, in the very bottom of my closet. And I hid it in there, and I put a bunch of like grinders and shit in there. And basically, feds found all that. They didn't charge either one of us, from what I know of. Or no, they didn't charge me because my bro told them that he was like, yo, it's my pack and it's like my grinder and all that shit. He owned up to it, and I didn't fold, but he owned up to it. And you know who you are, you're a real one for that. About that. But even though I didn't fold and stuff, he owned up to it because it was in my crib. It was his fault about that, and he didn't want to get me caught up in some shit for that. It was all his pack and stuff, and he told him straight up that it was his pack. So you're a real one for that. You know who you are, and if you're watching this, good looks for that, bro. That really helped me out. That would have been a big ass charge, and I'm glad that you didn't get fucked over for it too. Obviously you didn't get too much of a charge because you're still here. I've still been hanging out with you and shit. So, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be dropping some more story time soon. Hopefully next time I can make it a little bit more interesting, better quality and all that. Sorry about the camera quality on this. I'm recording on my phone, but I hope y'all enjoy, and leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. It would really mean a lot to me. I want to try to get this video to like about 100 views, maybe 20 likes or something like that. It would really mean a lot to me. So thank you for watching. So, like I said, subscribe, drop a like, and come back for more. Peace.